And a very pleasant good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. Tornado Baseball NATO's aiming for a sweep today over the Mary Baldwin Fighting Squirrels. Took both games of the doubleheader yesterday and on the bump today. Possibly the Tornado's most effective pitcher so far in 2023 as we come down the home stretch. Connor Crosby, the tall southpaw, with a 43-12 strikeout to walk ratio. So about 4 strikeouts for every walk, keeping things in the zone. An ERA at just about 5.5 with a 5-1 record. For his defense, his battery, he'll be paired with Brett Burchett. And from left to right across the infield, Frankie Vasquez, then Blake Burchett over at short, Luke Morton at second, and Cale Ayler at first. Left to right across the outfield, Granada Clark, and then Zach Allison. And the first 3 hitters for Mary Baldwin that Connor will face will be Michael Robertson, Noah Kessler, and Josh Lallo. Tornadoes sitting at 19-12, 9-5 in conference, and trying to get a big conference sweep here this weekend after being swept earlier in the week by Methodist. And Crosby's warm-up toss is just about complete, and we are just about ready to go here at Gil Cone Field. So it'll be Michael Robertson to lead things off. Crosby going for win number 6 on the season. And the lefty just about ready to deal. First pitch here to Robertson is right down Broadway for strike 1. Crosby, the wind, the kick, and the 0-1 taken high for a ball. For Connor, pitched against Methodist in the second loss in that series. More on that in a moment as the 1-1 comes in. That one is ripped over to short. Burchett can't handle the bounce, and it'll be a leadoff single for Robertson. So the leadoff runner is aboard for Mary Baldwin, who fell both times yesterday to the Tornadoes, including on Senior Day. Tornadoes had a fun Senior Day yesterday. Senior Parker Cruz sent one out of here, his 3rd home run of the season, and the Tornadoes were able to sweep the doubleheader. Lefty-lefty matchup here with Noah Kessler, and the first pitch is on the outside corner for strike 1. No balls and a strike, and the delivery from Crosby on the outside corner once again for strike 2. Connor works quickly. Takes a look over at the runner. And now the 0-2. Misses outside this time. Tried to go back to the well and could not hit his spot. 1-2 here to the Mary Baldwin right fielder, Noah Kessler. Runner on first. Nobody away here in the top of the first. And the 1-2 dealing from Crosby is sent back foul. Kessler will stay alive for at least another pitch. Ball and 2 strikes once again. Now a throw over to first. Not a competitive play. Ayler hauls it in and sends it back where it came from. Another 1-2 offering coming here from Connor. Here it is. Breaking ball drops in there. Strike 3. Got him looking for the first K of the afternoon for number 20. And there's out number 1 of the first inning. It'll bring up Josh Lallo, the catcher.
Now batting the catcher, number 18, Josh Lallo.
Mary Baldwin sitting in the basement of the USA South, 0-14 in conference play, 4-25 overall. Rough go of it for the Fighting Squirrels as this one misses inside for ball 1 to Lallo. The Tornadoes looking to make it 0-15 in conference and bring out the brooms for a Sunday afternoon sweep. Throw over to first. They've got him in a rundown. Ayler, throw down to second. The tag is not in time. Burchett. Oh. Burchett put the tag down, playing at shortstop today instead of his normal second base spot. He does not like that one at all. And now a runner in scoring position for Mary Baldwin. Ooh, that tag looked like it might have got his foot, but he could have got under it. The 1-0 is sent right back to Crosby. It's past his glove. Morton charging. He will not have a play. It'll be an error on Crosby. And just like that, runners on the corners with one away. And Connor Crosby could really use a ground ball. It'll be Tyler Morley, the cleanup man, the first baseman for the Fighting Squirrels.
Now batting the first baseman, number 19, Tyler Morley.
And if there's one thing about this team that they leave something to be desired, it's got to be on the defensive end. A talented team defensively, but just some lapses at times. The first pitch coming here to Morley. Strike one in there with the heater. A ground ball would be great. The 0-1 from Connor is sent back foul, 0-2. And one thing Crosby will do is get ahead of hitters. When he has his most success is when that breaking ball has that sharp bite, though. That curveball is really hard to hit. The 0-2 offering here from Connor. High and tight, ball one. Runners on first and third. Robertson at third. Lalo at first with one away. The 1-2 lifted in the air. Deep left field. Coming underneath it, Granada. He will try to throw to the plate. That one will be cut off by Vasquez, who will not throw down to second. And an early lead for Mary Baldwin here. A sacrifice fly for Tyler Morley. And now there will be two down with a runner at second. Still a runner in scoring position for the Fighting Squirrels, and it'll be Jacob Cood, the shortstop.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Jacob Cood.
Cood comes across over to the right-handed batter's box. Takes a moment in a practice swing and now digs in. Crosby trying to limit the damage to one run here in this first frame. First pitch in there for strike one, and Crosby keeps sending that first pitch fastball right down the middle, and nobody offers at it. Takes a look back at second. Now the 0-1 from Connor. Swung on and missed. And Crosby a strike away from getting out of this inning relatively unscathed. Everyone knows this Tornado offense is capable of scoring one run. The 0-2 just misses ball one. Cood will live to see another pitch. Crosby comes set. He fires the pitch. Breaking ball lifted in the air. Center field coming on Clark. Backing up Morton, and it'll be Morton in shallow center field to make the grab for out number 3. Mary Baldwin snags a run on a hit and an error. A sacrifice fly. Tornadoes trail it 1-0. We head to the bottom of the first. Back here in just a moment. Nados going for the sweep. Back here for the bottom of the first, it'll be Tucker Hensley on the mound for Mary Baldwin. Hensley, usually a position player, has pitched in some games this season, however. And his first pitch to Blake Burchett will be in there for a strike. He's pitched 41 innings, two-way player, as Burchett watches strike 2 drop in there. No balls, 2 strikes to the Tornado leadoff man, Blake Burchett. The 0-2 from Hensley, outside for ball 1. An 8.06 ERA for Hensley, and Ada's going to look to jump on him early. Trailing 1-0 here. Same story as game 2 yesterday, as that one is sent back foul by Blake to stay alive. Ball and 2 strikes here to Blake Burchett, and that foul ball getting stuck into the fence there. 1-2 in the dirt. Count evens up. And in fact, bounces all the way back over to Hensley. Even count now to Blake Burchett. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. Swung on and sent foul down the right side. And we'll do it again. For Blake, batting .343 on the season, 36 hits, 34 stolen bases, leading Division III and the nation. 27 walks as well. The 2-2 in the dirt, ball 3, and he might draw to number 28 here in a moment. The payoff pitch here from Hensley is sent down the first baseline, moving foul over towards the Mary Baldwin bullpen. Hensley, the wind, the kick, another full count pitch is sent on a line over to the shortstop for out number 1 there. That'll be Jacob Cood bringing that one in. A line out to get things started on the offensive end for the Tornadoes today. And it'll bring up the second baseman, Luke Morton. And a little bit interesting that Morton and Burchett have swapped spots here in this one. Obviously, both the mainstays at second base and shortstop, but the other way around, as the first pitch is a curveball there to Morton that he takes for strike 1. Morton, like I said, usually the past 4 games it has been this way, but usually Morton the shortstop, Burchett the second baseman. But since the Methodist series, Coach Victory switching it up as that one paints the black for strike 2 to Luke Morton. Luke with a .394 batting average, 43 hits. Second on the team just behind Granada, who has 44. And the 0-2 is sent right back where it came from to Hensley. He's got it, throws on to first, and a quick 2 outs for Tucker Hensley against this Tornado offense. We'll bring up Logan Clark. Logan batting .333.
Now batting for Tornado center fielder number 15, Logan Clark.
Ball 1 missing there. The 1-0 from Hensley. Swung on and missed. Big cut there from Clark, right through it for strike 1. That one missing for ball 2, and a hitter's count now for Logan Clark. Hitter's count here for Logan Clark, and the 2-1 from Hensley is popped up right side, coming on and letting it go quickly is Tyler Morley, as that one doesn't have a chance to stay in. 2s across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Nobody on for the NATOs, and Clark trying to extend this bottom of the first and prevent a 1-2-3 inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Clark swings through that one, and the NATOs go down quietly 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. They trail at 1-0 here, going for a conference sweep. We head to the top of the second. Connor Crosby back out for more. Back here at Gilcone Field, inning number 2 for Connor Crosby. Tornadoes in a 1-0 hole, same as they were yesterday here to Mary Baldwin, as his first pitch is in there for a strike to Tyler Smith, the designated hitter. We'll get things going in this second frame. Crosby already ready to go as Smith steps back in. The 0-1 offering from Crosby is a curveball that misses just high. Couldn't quite get it to drop in there. The count even a 1 apiece. Crosby sets the windup and the pitch. Low for ball 2. The tall southpaw, Connor Crosby, in a 2-1 hole, and the pitch is ripped foul down the third base line. Look out. Count evened up at 2 apiece. Nobody out, nobody on here in the top of the second. NATO's trailing at 1-0. And the 2-2 here is chopped over past Frankie Vasquez, foul to the left of the third base line. The 2-2 here from the lefty. Here it is. Breaking ball that misses outside, and the count ran full. Full count. The pitch is ripped in the air, center field, coming underneath it. Clark, he's got room, and he'll make the grab in the middle of center field for out number 1. Bring up Will Ernesty, the third baseman. Nobody on, 1 away here at Gilcone Field, top of the second. Connor Crosby's first offering to Ernesty is in there for a strike, and more on the middle infielders. Apparently Luke Morton, since the finale of that series against Methodist, has been dealing with some arm soreness as the 0-1 misses inside 1-1. And so that's why they shifted him over to second. And Blake Burchett does have prior shortstop experience before coming to Brevard and has made some nice plays as the 1-1 misses low, 2-1. And so that the reasoning for the switch these last now 4 games between Burchett and Morton. 2-1 offering here from Crosby is ripped just foul to the left of the third base bag. That was almost trouble for Crosby. Instead, it evens the count up at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With the 1 out and nobody on. Here's the pitch. It's ripped up the middle for a base hit. Clark will grab it, and Ernesty will have a 1-out single. So Crosby through 2, not able to get a clean inning yet. Or through 1 1/3, really, but we'll bring up Colby Cheatham. Left fielder for the Fighting Squirrels with a runner on first and 1 away. Crosby. High, ball 1. Connor, all of a sudden, in the second inning, a little bit more of a struggle throwing strikes than we're used to seeing. He comes set, and he deals the 1-0 in there for strike 1. Crosby awaits, comes set, takes a look over at first base, and now throws back over to first. Ayler not able to get the tag down in time. Ernesty back in there. Crosby takes another look back over at first, and now deals to Cheatham. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, going straight through that one. Connor waits a moment. Now the southpaw comes set. A 1-2 delivery. Breaking ball sent right back over to Crosby. It's off his foot. Everybody's going to be safe once again, and it'll be first and second with 1 away. And the second time in 2 innings we've seen a ball hit over to Crosby. That one was a lot more scorched. Looked like it might have gone off the foot. Crosby looking a little bit upset there. So an infield single there for Cheatham. It'll bring up Blake French, the second baseman, the 9-hole hitter with 2 on and 1 away. NATO's already in a 1-0 hole. Corners coming in now. First pitch from Crosby, breaking ball, misses way outside. Mary Baldwin has not won a conference game, but they've come out swinging here today in this one. The 1-0, showing bunt, popping up the bunt. Burchett coming after it, coming under it. He'll make the grab. Out number 2, and a big out number 2. French not able to execute the bunt, and he's got to be kicking himself, popping that one up so high that the catcher Burchett able to get underneath it. 2 down, 2 on, and Michael Robertson at the dish. Singled his first time up. Crosby going to try and retire him to keep it where it's at. 1-0. Then the Tornado bats up. First pitch from Connor. In there for a strike. Takes a look back at second. Now he deals. Breaking ball, ripped in the ear, center field, but right to Logan Clark for out number 3. A hard hit third out, but a third out nonetheless. Tornado bats coming up. The score stays where it's at, 1-0, and we will have Ayler, Vasquez, and Granada due up when we get back here. Bottom of the second, Tornadoes trailing at 1-0.
Chet, Mooresville, North Carolina.
Colson Miller, Shelby, North Carolina.
Parker Cruz, Coach, North Carolina.
Logan Clark, St. Petersburg, Florida. Let's go NATOs.
Frankie Vasquez, Broward County, Florida.
Zachary Allison, Harrisville, North Carolina.
Tristan Robinson, Morton, North Carolina.
Noah Webb, Silver, North Carolina.
Jacobsville, Silva, North Carolina.
Cale Ayler, Concord, North Carolina.
Cesar Rodriguez, Hialeah, Florida.
Trenton Anderson, Orange City, Florida.
Lucas Granada, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Jock Pledger, Monroe, Georgia. Go NATOs. Davis Bryson, Easley, South Carolina.
Logan Sawyer, Asheboro, North Carolina. Roll NATOs.
Connor Crosby, Tampa, Florida. Go NATOs, baby.
Bryce Bowers, Massimo, Tennessee.
Jacob Thompson, Gray, Georgia. Ethan Coleman, Emerald Isle, North Carolina.
Bryce Charlet, Morganton, North Carolina.
Greg Simmons.
Home half of the second, it'll be Cale Ayler to start things off. Cale batting .345, 38 hits, 30 runs driven in, 18 extra base hits on the season for Cale Ayler, who has just mashed, just like he did his freshman campaign last season, as he takes ball 1 outside there from Hensley, who's out for his second inning of work. Tall lefty first baseman for the Tornadoes. 1-0 misses way low and out. 2 balls and no strikes. And the 2-0 just gets the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike, and a hitter's count now for 26. Hensley working quick just like Crosby, and now the 2-1 is sent foul down the third base line. Little chopper. 2 balls, 2 strikes. NATO's trailing at 1-0 here early on in the bottom of the second. Cale Ayler trying to get things going. Leading things off here in inning number 2. Here's the pitch. Popped straight up, left side of the infield. Coming underneath it now, Cood, and he will make the grab for out number 1. It looks like the Tornadoes early on might be a little bit too aggressive with their swings. Might be a little bit swinging for the fences, these first 2 batters. You saw Logan Clark with a few huge cuts, wasn't able to connect. Cale Ayler, they're getting under the ball and popping it up, and so might need to get back to basics here early on against Hensley. Frankie Vasquez, the guy to do it. He shows bunt, pulls back, and takes ball 1 high. Frankie batting .425 on the season. 26 RBIs, only 80 at-bats, as he sends one high and out of play down the right side. Frankie with 12 extra base hits. and only 5 strikeouts all season. The 1-1 here to Vasquez is in there for strike 2, and he's got to protect in order to avoid strikeout number 6 on the season for those just tuning in, not in this game. The 1-2 in there for strike 3, got him looking and chalked that one up to announcer's jinx. Frankie Vasquez sent packing.
Now batting for Tornadoes, the left fielder, number 1, Lucas Granada.
If I see Frankie, I'll have to give him an apology for announcer's jinx there, talking about he's only struck out 5 times this season. Well, there's number 6 right there, and there's out number 2 in this second as Lucas Granada comes up, team leader in hits, and he takes strike 1 in the inside corner. Lucas with 44 hits and a .415 batting average on the season. 0-1 is ripped in the air, right field, coming on, and they're making the grab there. Noah Kessler, smooth play there, coming underneath it, no panic, and robbing Granada of a 2-out extra base hit. Tornadoes go 1-2-3 again. Hensley is rolling, and we head to the top of the third. Nado's trailing at 1-0. Connor Crosby back out in just a moment. Sunday baseball from Gilcone Field. Top of the third, Connor Crosby back to work, and it'll be Noah Kessler to start things off, who greets him with a leadoff single. Straight to business there for Kessler. 1 pitch and a single up the middle. So a leadoff single for Noah Kessler, and here's Josh Lallo, who reached on an error by Crosby his first time up. Connor coming set, and the delivery, curveball dropping in there for strike 1. With Crosby the lefty, not as likely to see teams try and steal here. Kessler standing on first, we'll see what he does. He will take off. That one is ripped over the head of the third baseman, Frankie Vasquez. Granada coming up. He will make a throw into third to prevent Kessler from getting there. He'll stay at second, and the first 2 have singles for the Fighting Squirrels here in inning number 3. Kessler and Lallo with back-to-back slapped singles. That one just out of the reach of Frankie Vasquez, and now it'll bring up Tyler Morley, who has scored or knocked in the only Fighting Squirrel run to this point with a sacrifice fly in the first, and now with 2 on and nobody out, trying to do some damage here against Crosby. He shows bunt. Crosby the pitch. The bunt may have got a piece of him, but no. It'll be ball 1. Pulling back there at the last moment. The 1-0 from Crosby. Swinging away and ripping a single into left. Granada takes it on 2 bounces. He comes up throwing, but with nobody out, Kessler is content to stay at third. And now the bases are loaded against Crosby after 3 straight singles with nobody out, and Jacob Cood, the shortstop, coming to the plate. Crosby, a very quick conference with Brett Burchett there, and got to try and get a strikeout, a pop-out, or something that would not advance a runner here with nobody out. Trailing 1-0 already, and the bases loaded. Fighting Squirrels putting the pressure on the NATOs early here. First pitch from Crosby. Breaking ball misses high for ball one. Crosby, the freshman, taking his licks, and this is an example here. Has had a successful season, but has run into trouble early on as this one is hit down the line right field. It'll go foul. Hit a long way there by Cood, but not straightened out. And for Crosby, don't misconstrue what I'm saying. He's had a great season, but every freshman, every rookie at every level has these moments where they face that adversity. And it looks like for Crosby here against this winless team in conference, they might be the ones to give him that challenge, as this one is sent foul once again. Strike two to Cood. Tornadoes trying to finish off the sweep, but trailing early on here and in some danger in the top of the third. Crosby comes set. The 1-2. He kicks and fires. That one ripped in the air. Center field. Clark underneath it. He will come up firing to third, and the throw will not be in there. It gets past Frankie Vasquez, rolls over to the Tornado dugout. He grabs it, and a run does come across, and it's 2-0 Mary Baldwin. Another sacrifice fly. Both runs for Mary Baldwin will come via the sacrifice fly.
Now batting the DH number 15, Tyler.
So now runners on second and third with one away for Tyler Smith, who flew out to Clark his first time up. A fly out here would likely plate another run. And this 2-0 lead, the largest of the series for Mary Baldwin, as Smith takes that one high. NATO's still yet to record a hit. Mary Baldwin's already got 6. The 1-0 offering here from Crosby is a breaking ball that misses high once again. Crosby visibly flustered, and now Brett Burchett sees that, and he's going to take a visit to the mound, and Mike Victory will as well. Already an arm warming up in the bullpen. And it's Cameron Cook warming up in the pen. Connor Crosby talking things over with Mike Victory and Brett Burchett. Trying to probably just apologies for the breakup there. An error on that last play will be charged to the Tornadoes, by the way, on the throw from Logan Clark. That allowed the runner at first to get up to second. Runner at third, Lalo, did not want to try any funny business and go towards the plate. The ball didn't careen that far away from Frankie Vasquez. And now the umpire coming to the mound to break up the party with 2 on and 1 away. And Mike Victory trying to tell his pitcher, trust his stuff.
Now batting DH number 15.
And with the NATOs, it's well documented, not the deepest team in the bullpen, and definitely don't want to see your starter not make it past the third inning against a team with no conference victories. 2 balls and no strikes here to Tyler Smith, the designated hitter. The 2-0 swung on and missed. Big cut there from Smith. He climbed the ladder for that one. And Crosby looks like he might be pitching a little angry. He wants to go fast, telling Burchett, come on. 2-1 offering here from Crosby is a breaking ball that misses high. Crosby grabs some dirt. Looking really frustrated out there right now. 3-1, 1 away, and 2 on. Crosby comes set, kicks and deals, and that one inside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded once again. A walk there, and this will be the 6th batter of the inning for the Fighting Squirrels with just 1 away. Will Ernesty, the third baseman, who got a single in the 2nd inning, and trying to make Connor Crosby pay here. Bases juiced, 1 away. First pitch is going to hit him. It's a hit by pitch to drive in or to bring in a run. And it is 3-0 Mary Baldwin here with Colby Cheatham coming to the dish. And Connor Crosby has really got to buckle down here against these bottom 2 hitters in the order. 7th Fighting Squirrel of the inning coming to the plate. Colby Cheatham at the dish now with one away, and the base is full. 2 runs have come across this inning already for Mary Baldwin. That one's in the dirt. Burchett with a good stop. And Crosby all of a sudden just not able to find the strike zone. Needs to compose himself here. The 1-0 offering here to Cheatham is a breaking ball. He checks his swing, does not go around, and it's 2-0. The more Crosby continues to struggle, the louder that Mary Baldwin dugout gets. The 2-0 is sent over to Vasquez. He will throw onto the plate, will get the out for 1 to first. Burchett is going to throw it to Ayler. Ayler is run through, and they will call the out. A double play there. 5-2-3 on the twin killing, and the Tornadoes limit the damage. They trail it 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. Mike Victory with a quick question for the home plate umpire, but will quickly retire back to the dugout. Tornadoes trailing at 3-0. We head to the bottom of the third. Some work to do here against the winless in conference Mary Baldwin Fighting Squirrels. Back here in just a moment. Sunday afternoon baseball at Gilcone Field. Back here for the bottom of the third, Tucker Hensley with a break there. And the top of the third got a lot of time off as Cruz sends this one high and deep to center field, but with room to make the catch, Michael Robertson will come underneath it and squeeze it for out number 1. Cruz retired. Fly out to deep center. Hit that one to the deepest part of Gilcone Field, but was ultimately retired as Brett Burchett steps into the box and takes strike 1. Brett batting .205. 4 RBIs on the season. Has not been in the lineup every day, but has been playing well when he has been in there as he takes ball 1. The senior, and it's kind of been a catcher committee with him, Jennings, Tristan Robinson, and Pridmore. 1-1 drops and misses for ball 2. Tornadoes still seeking their first base hit of the ball game. They've already allowed 6. And the 2-1 drops in there for strike 2. And for Hensley, a guy with an ERA over 8, he looks locked in. 2-2 offering here from Hensley is sent over the extended second baseman for a single. Brett Burchett with the first Tornado base hit of the afternoon. And it'll move things over to Zach Allison, the number 9 hole hitter, with 1 away. Here in the bottom of the third, Tornadoes trailing it by 3. Trying to cut into that here in the third frame. Hensley comes set, now fires. That one, big cut, missing there from Zach Allison. Allison was swinging hard there. Tornadoes have done that a few times already. The 0-1, check swing, and that one did not see the call. And it will be a ball. No, nothing was called on the check swing. No strike call was given. Ball 1. The 1-1 chopped left side. Grabbing it, the third baseman, Ernesti, on to second for one, and a good slide, hard slide there by Brett Burchett to prevent the double play. Allison will take his place at first. And that'll be out number 2. Fielder's choice there, and it'll bring out Blake Burchett. Lined out his first time up to the shortstop. And trying to extend this inning here, Tornadoes still seeking their first run. The first pitch to Burchett, he pulls back on the bunt attempt and takes strike 1. Runner on first, Zach Allison, no balls and a strike to Burchett. Pitch from Hensley is ripped, another single. Allison is going to take off and head for third. Coming up throwing Kessler, the throw is not going to make it. It'll be cut off there by the second baseman, French. And now the Tornadoes have runners on the corners with 2 away and a chance for Luke Morton. Grounded out to Hensley his first time up. And all of a sudden, it was smooth sailing for Hensley through the first 7 batters. And since then, a couple of singles with a fielder's choice sandwich between them. Runners on the corners, 2 away here for Luke Morton, the Tornado second baseman in this one, normally the shortstop. Morton batting .394 with 17 RBIs and a good time for number 18 here. Hensley's first pitch is going to be sent over to the second baseman. What a play. French throw on to first. What a stretch by Morley. And they're going to say he came off the bag. The field umpire rules that he could not stay on the bag on that stretch. A run will come across. A heck of a break for the Tornadoes and a heck of a play by Blake French there. That ball surely looked like it was going into center field. French was able to range over and get it and throw on to first. But the umpire does determine that Morley came off the bag, so it will be an RBI base hit single for Luke Morton to get the Tornadoes on the board. Now first and second with 2 away. Hensley got to deal with Logan Clark, who takes strike 1. That was a heck of a play by Blake French, the Fighting Squirrel second baseman. That one looked like it was a single for sure. Hensley, 0-1 offering. He fires. That one low and outside. Good stop there by Lalo, dropping to his knees and sliding to his right to keep that one in front of him. Otherwise, it would have been 2 in scoring position for Logan Clark. 2 away. Tornadoes now trailing at 3-1 after that first run coming across Zach Allison. The 0-1 misses, or 1-1 misses for ball 2. Clark in a big spot here. 2 balls and a strike. We'll see what Hensley comes at him with here. 2-1 offering. Runners go. Clark, single into center field. Burchett coming around third. There will be no play. Getting in the way is the shortstop of Morton. And it'll be an RBI single for Clark. The shortstop, Jacob Koo, just got in the way. Morton kind of had to push him out of the way and was awarded third as a result. Even if the throw had come in to get him, he was going to be ruled safe. And Logan Clark coming through there with an RBI single for the Tornadoes. Back-to-back RBI singles and 4 singles in the last 5 batters. And Hensley all of a sudden not as smooth sailing as he had the first 7 hitters of the ball game. Cale Ayler stepping into the box with runners on the corners. And if he can add to the trend and knock in another run via the single, it would be another RBI single, and it would be more importantly a tied game as Hensley goes over to first with Logan Clark getting a little bit too far for his liking, trying to keep him attentive. Ayler settles in now. Hensley comes at him, first pitch, and misses high and outside for ball 1. Tornadoes offense had been stagnant through 7 hitters. All of a sudden, 4 base hits in 5 batters have them alive and down a run. Runners on the corners, 2 away. 1-0 here to Ayler. In there for strike 1 on the outside corner, and everyone knows that watches Tornado Baseball, that's the pitch that Kale doesn't like, that outside fastball, waiting for something more to the inner part of the plate where he can use those quick hands to his advantage and send one into the outfield, maybe further. The 1-1 swung on and missed. Big cut there, and trying to send that one over to the Brevard College softball field was Cale Ayler. And a 1-2 hole now, got to protect. Runners on the corners, 2 away. Nato's trailing at 3-2. Hensley takes a look back at first. Now focuses on Ayler. The pitch. Runner goes at first. There will be no throw. No. Clark now stuck, and he will take second. Throw is going to head wild past the shortstop. Coming in to score is Luke Morton, and the ball game is tied. Not sure what that was by Mary Baldwin. They had Logan Clark dead to rights. He was just standing in between first and second waiting to see what happened. The catcher kind of hesitated, looked over towards third. Logan Clark ran into second, and the throw was errant, and it allowed Luke Morton to come across, and we're all knotted up. Cale Ayler with a chance to give the Natos the lead with Logan Clark on second now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Bottom of the third. Pitch to Ayler. Popped up, left center field, going back, and that one is off the top of the wall. Ayler has got at least 2. He's going to dig. Throw into third is not in time. An RBI triple for Cale Ayler will plate Logan Clark, and the Tornadoes have their first lead of the afternoon, 4-3. That one looked like off the bat it might be a routine fly, and it just kept carrying, nearly getting out of here. Ayler into third, and the Tornadoes are the lead. And this is exactly what we've talked about. This Tornado offense is liable to explode at any given point, and that's exactly what they've done. Combined with some misplays by Mary Baldwin, as the first pitch is a breaking ball that drops into Frankie Vasquez for strike 1. Tornado offense rejuvenated now with a 4-3 lead, and Connor Crosby can breathe a deep sigh of relief as Frankie sends that one foul down the right side. 0-2 to Vasquez, who came into the day only with 5 strikeouts, struck out his first time up, and trying to avoid that here for the second time. Runner on third, Cale Ayler. Tornadoes now leading by a run. Hensley comes set, and now the umpire will call time at home plate. Maybe at Vasquez's request. Vasquez messing with something on his bat. And now stepping into the box once more. Ayler 90 feet away, but Vasquez in an 0-2 hole. The pitch from Hensley. Way inside, has to break back for that one. Get out of the way. A ball and 2 strikes. Frankie's still in a hole. Pitch from Hensley. Low and outside in the dirt, stopped by Lalo. And the count evened up. Ayler staying put, clearly. Granada on deck. Cruz in the hole. 2 away and a runner on third. Tornadoes leading at 4-3 here in the home half of the third. 2-2 offering here to Frankie. Is ripped deep left field. Going back, that one is going to drop right in front of the wall. Vasquez has got extra bases. Throw in will get past the cutoff man, and Frankie is into second. Picks up a handful of dirt and throws it in excitement. Cale Ayler coming across, and the Tornadoes lead it 5-3 here, and all of a sudden Hensley getting roughed up. And we will see, I'm not sure if that's head coach Scott Hearn or one of his assistants coming out here, but whichever it is does not like what he's seeing from Hensley. RBI double from Frankie Vasquez there to make it 5-3. And now Lucas Granada with a chance to add on to that after this meeting. An arm is up in the Mary Baldwin bullpen. Can't quite see who it is. Can't make it out yet. Man, Tornado offense did not have a hit coming into this third inning. Started things off with a fly out. Parker Cruz first pitch swinging. Since then, a fielder's choice by Allison came after a single from Blake Burchett. But aside from the fielder's choice, it goes Blake Burchett single. Brett Burchett single, Blake Burchett single, Luke Morton RBI single, Logan Clark RBI single, Cale Ayler RBI triple, Frankie Vasquez RBI double. 5 straight hits for the Tornadoes, and Lucas Granada going to try and make it 6 and extend this third inning lead off of Hensley. Vasquez at second, first pitch to Granada taken high for ball 1. Tornado offense coming to life here in this third inning. And a base hit could plate their 6th run of the inning. Granada sends this one in the air, deep right field, coming underneath it, Kessler, and Granada will be retired. A shame for Granada. He might have the 2 hardest hit balls for the Tornadoes today, and both of them have found themselves in the glove of Noah Kessler. Tornadoes explode for 5 runs in the bottom of the 3rd, and all of a sudden hold the lead, 5-3, as we head to the top of the 4th. It'll be Cameron Cook, new pitcher on the mound for the Tornadoes, with a 5-3 lead. Back here in just a moment. Top of the 4th, and it'll be all she wrote for Connor Crosby. He's replaced by Cameron Cook here in the 4th, and Cook will start things off with Blake French, the Fighting Squirrels second baseman, who popped out to Brett Burchett trying to bunt his way on his first time up. And the first offering here from the righty Cook is ripped into right field. Allison coming on and making the grab. Got a nice jump on that ball. 1 pitch, 1 out for Cameron Cook. It'll bring it to Michael Robertson, flipping the lineup card over here. The leadoff man, the center fielder Robertson, 1 for 2, a single and a fly out to Logan Clark. Pitch from Cook. Ooh, nearly hits Robertson there, up really high. Instead, it'll be ball 1. Robertson able to get out of the way. And the 1-0 in there for strike 1. Ball and a strike, 1 away, nobody on here in the top of the 4th. As Cook delivers and misses low and out. The 2-1 from Cook is swung on and walloped into center field. Clark is going to dive and make the catch. Logan Clark, what a play. That one was dropping quickly. I did not think Clark was going to be able to get there, but he laid out and is able to squeeze that one for out number 2. 2 nice plays by Allison and Logan Clark for the first 2 outs. What a catch there. It'll bring up Noah Kessler, who's 1 for 2, struck out looking his first time and singled his last time up. Cook missing low there with ball 1. Logan Clark, an RBI single in the bottom of the 3rd and a diving web gem here in the top of the 4th. That one missing somewhere. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 here from Cook. is popped up foul. Left side, Granada chasing on after it, and he will watch it get out of play. Over towards the hill, where the Tornado fans in attendance watching. And a hitter's count here for Noah Kessler. 2 balls and a strike with 2 away. Nobody on after the great catch by Clark. 2-1 from Cook. Low ball 3. And Cook in danger of a 2-out free pass here. Kessler batting from the left side. The 3-1 is popped up left side of the infield. Frankie says he's got it past the foul line, and he does. Has to move back over to his left and contort himself a little bit, but he is able to make the catch. Mary Baldwin goes down 1-2-3, and Cam Cook's first inning of relief. And Logan Clark with a phenomenal diving catch there in that 4th inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th. NATO's leading at 5-3. Back here in just a moment from Gilcone Field. Home half of the 4th, it'll be Parker Cruz to start things off. He led off the 3rd inning, and now he leads off the 4th after a loud 3rd inning for the Tornadoes. He rolls over to first. It'll be Morley to take it himself to the bag, and twice now Parker Cruz has been retired on a first pitch swing.
Now batting through Tornadoes, the catcher number 14, Brett.
Nothing wrong with the first pitch swings. I don't say that any type of way, but just making a note that Cruz has gone after the first pitch twice and has not seen success yet. It'll bring up Brett Burchett, who got the Tornadoes' first hit, and after that, the floodgates opened in that 3rd inning. He singled, Zach Allison grounded into a fielder's choice, and then after that, 5 straight hits for the Tornadoes, 4 of them of the RBI variety. First pitch here to the Tornado. Backstop is driven high and deep, left field, and that one is gone! Brett Burchett, touch them all. 6-3 Tornadoes. Burchett sending a shockwave into left field, into the Tornado bullpen, greeting the Tornado pitchers. And Burchett now 2 for 2. A single and a bomb. 6-3 Tornadoes. NATO's out of the dugout to greet him, and now holding a 3-run lead. Tornadoes had come close a few times. Ayler and Vasquez both just missed home runs to that same part of the park, but Brett got all of that one. And as a result, it is 6-3 Tornadoes as Allison takes ball 1 a moment ago. The 1-0 here, low and outside, ball 2. The 2-0 here to Allison. It's low for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. See if Allison has the green light against Hensley, who's all of a sudden had a rude awakening these last 2 innings. Allison taking strike 1 down the middle there. That's Brett's 3rd career home run. First this season. And the 3-1 to Allison touches the outside corner for strike 2. These Tornado backstops have some power. We saw Kenny Pridmore hit one. Trent Robinson has a home run or two this season. And Allison, a tapper over the head of Hensley. Coming up, Cood, the throw to first is in time. Nice play there from Cood, who lost his hat in the process and just able to get that throw in there to Morley to retire Zach Allison for out number 2. So it'll be Blake Burchett.
Now batting for Tornado shortstop number 6, Blake.
You would love to see Blake Burchett do the same thing Brett just did, but with the archetype that Brett has, or that Blake has, the type of player he is, not sure he's liable to hit one out. But if he gets on the base pass, it'll be dangerous. He takes ball 1 outside there. Hensley trying to get out of this inning with just the solo shot allowed and keep the lead where it is at 3. This one, breaking ball that drops in there on the inside half of the zone for strike 1. Count evened up. Blake 1 for 2. Lined out and singled. And this one swung on and missed. Big cut there from Blake. And in a 1-2 hole here with 2 away and nobody on in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-2 swung and sent foul over towards the Mary Baldwin dugout off the hands. Burchett still in a 1-2 hole. Winds, kicks, and fires. That one in the dirt. Ball 2. Hensley trying to finish off the bottom of the 4th here, down 3. The pitch is chopped over to third, taking it on a hop. Ernesty throw on to first in time to get the speedy Burchett. But the other Burchett, Brett, sending one over the fence in left field to extend the lead 6-3. The Tornado catcher igniting the offense and extending the lead to 3. Back here in just a moment for the top of the 5th. NATO's leading at 6-3, going for the sweep. Back here for the top of the 5th, Cameron Cook out for his 2nd inning of relief. Went 1-2-3. A lot of credit to his defense there. Logan Clark with an amazing play in that inning as Cook misses this first pitch to Josh Lallo. 1-0 offering here from Cam. Is sent over to the left side gap, and Burchett diving, not able to knock it down. A leadoff single for Josh Lallo. Lallo, his 2nd single of the ball game, 2 for 3. Singles in the 3rd and 5th now. It'll bring up Tyler Morley, who has also singled, as well as drove in the first Mary Baldwin run with a sacrifice fly in the 1st. An opportunity for him here with 1 on and nobody out. Cook fires. That one taken right down the middle for strike 1. An update on a few USA South scores. Pfeiffer leading 7-3 over William Peace in the top of the 7th. And North Carolina Wesleyan right now leading 4-3 over Greensboro. A couple other conference matchups. A 1 from Cook is in the dirt. Burchett able to stop it. And Lallo not going anywhere. Fighting Squirrel catcher will stay put over there at first. Cook takes a look over at Lalo. Comes set. Now the pitch. In there for strike 2. Higher part of the zone and some good eye chance coming from the dugout of Mary Baldwin. Not quite fond of that call. And the 1-2 from Cook is sent right back over to Cook. He can't grab it. Burchett does have it. Picks it up on a hop, grabs it, goes to first for the second out, and gets it. Blake Burchett, a nice double play there at shortstop, away from his familiar position of second. He was able to grab that one, step on second for one, and get it over to first to Ayler for the double play, and it happened so fast I wasn't able to keep up.
Now batting shortstop number 2, Jacob Coon.
2 birds with 1 stone there for Cam Cook, and now the bases are empty with 2 away. That one drops in there for strike 1 to Jacob Cood, the shortstop. He's 0 for 1. Sacrifice fly his last time up. Unassisted double play there. As that one misses outside. Burchett in the secondary position at shortstop, making some plays. Both Burchetts making things happen here over this last inning or so. This one sent back foul by Cood. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 away and nobody on. Tornadoes leading at 6-3. Both teams with 7 base hits to this point. Tornadoes with 2 errors, but still with the lead. The 1-2 here to Cood is sent in the air, right field. Allison camping underneath it, and he's got it for out number 3. We will head to the bottom of the 5th. Tornadoes holding a 3-run lead, and a double play by Blake Burchett sends them down in order. Back here in just a moment. Nados leading at 6-3. Bottom of the 5th, Tornadoes leading at 6-3, and their second baseman for today, Luke Morton, will be the first one to greet the new pitcher, Lucas Chenault. And Morton takes strike 1 there. Tyler Hensley's day is done. Tucker Hensley, that one missing over the head of Morton for ball 1. Tucker Hensley going 4 innings, 6 runs, 7 hits. The 1-1 from Chenault misses ball 2. Morton, RBI single his last time up. Drove in the first Tornado run. That one misses high, 3-1. Chenot in danger of walking the first batter he faces with Logan Clark on deck and Cale Ayler in the hole. The 3-1, low, ball 4, and Morton works his way aboard with a quick walk. So here's Logan Clark. He struck out his first time up. An RBI single last time, however. And nobody out with Luke Morton standing on first. And a chance for the NATOs to do some damage here against Chenot and increase their lead here in the home half of the fifth. First pitch to Clark. He shows bunt, pulls back, ball 1. Chenot takes a look over at Morton at first. Comes set, and now the pitch. Low and outside, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Clark thinks about it, checks his swing. It's right down the middle for strike 1. Clark, Ayler, and Vasquez, the next 3 due up. About as fearsome of a trio of tornadoes as you could think of on this team. This one misses outside, 3 balls and a strike. And Chenot in danger of back-to-back walks to begin his outing. Clark awaits the pitch at the dish. Now the pitch. Low and outside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks here to start the 5th for Brevard. And I'll bring up Cale Ayler. Cale had an RBI triple his last time up, just missing a 4-bagger off the top of the wall out there in left field. Cale nearly going oppo taco last time, and we'll see what he can do with 2 on and nobody out as the catcher Josh Lalo goes to calm down Chenot, and he retreats back to home plate. So 5-spot 2 innings ago, followed by a run via the solo shot from Burchett last inning, and now here in the 5th, 2 on and nobody out with Cale Ayler at the plate. Chenot's first pitch, low and inside, near the foot of Ayler, ball 1. Chenot 9 balls and 2 strikes and 11 pitches to this point. 1-0 to Ayler. Gets in there for a strike. Ayler leaving that one alone, and the count even up at 1 apiece. Morton on second. Logan Clark at first. And the pitch. Showing bunt. Ayler lays down the bunt. Pitcher Chenot goes to get it. Throw on to first in time. But Cale will move both runners up. A bit surprising to see Ayler with the bunt there. So sacrifice bunt for Cale Ayler will be out number 1 for Chenot. And yeah, if the runs come across, it was a great decision by Ayler. And if they don't, I'm not sure why you were going after anything from Chenot until he gives you a reason to. Frankie Vasquez at the dish now. 2 in scoring position, 1 away. First pitch from Chenot, way outside, but nobody going anywhere. That one not squirting far enough away from Josh Lalo. Chenot comes set, now the pitch. Low and outside again, ball 2. You want to be careful with Frankie Vasquez, but the guy on deck is just as dangerous if you do load the bases, Lucas Granada. With the most base hits on the team coming into the day. 2-0. Outside. Oh! What looked like ball 3 is called strike 1. 2 balls and a strike to Frankie Vasquez. Refrain from comment on that one. 2-1 to Frankie. He drives that one high into right field, coming up underneath it now and making the catch is Kessler. His throw to the plate is going to be in time. A double play. What a throw by Noah Kessler to get Morton. Morton didn't even have a chance to get a slide. That was a perfect throw. And a double play there will stop the Tornadoes from getting any runs across in the bottom of the fifth. And let's hope that doesn't loom large as this game proceeds. NATO's leading at 6-3. We head to the top of the sixth. Top of the sixth, Mary Baldwin going to try and feed off the momentum they just got defensively with the throw from Noah Kessler. It'll be Tyler Smith, the DH. To start things off, Cam Cook back out for his third inning of work. Breaking ball misses high there. The 1-0 here from Cam is sent over to Vasquez. He picks it up on a bounce, can't handle it, gets it back, recover, throw on to first, and he is safe. It'll be an infield single. Vasquez probably has him if he doesn't bobble it. Still almost did with the bobble, but it'll be a leadoff infield single for Tyler Smith here in the sixth. I think Vasquez kind of waited on that one a little bit, and the hop might have ate him up. I mean, it looked like he handled the hop. It might have been on the exchange that he wasn't able to hold on to that one. Still throwing a laser across the diamond and nearly getting Smith. And that one will miss for a ball to Ernesty to start things off. Runner on first, nobody out. NATO's leading it by 3 here in the top of the sixth, trying to cap off a sweep of Mary Baldwin after taking both games in a doubleheader yesterday. Pitch from Cook is low for ball 2. No one up in the Tornado pen. They want Cook to at least get these 3 innings. Do have better rest in the bullpen after Trenton Anderson in the complete game yesterday. The 2-0 in there for strike 1. Two balls and a strike. Mary Baldwin dugout getting loud. That one set right side, and it will go foul. Smart move there by Kale Ayler to let that one roll out of play. Probably would have got the batter Ernesty, but Tyler Smith would have moved up to second in scoring position. And so Ayler letting that one roll to the right of the first base line. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, and a runner on first. Pitch here from Cook is lifted in the air, deep left field. Granada is going to come underneath it and grab that one, and that one might have died a little bit. It looked like it might have been headed to Brett Burchett territory off the bat, but as it stands, it will be out number 1, a fly out to Lucas Granada, so it'll bring up Colby Cheatham. Cheatham has an infield single and then grounded into a double play. It was that double play with the bases loaded. Frankie got it at third, threw on to first, and then Brett Burchett firing a seed to Kale Ayler. back in the third inning. Now here in the sixth, he gets another chance. First pitch, he rips it into center field. Clark moving to his left. He's underneath it, and he's got it for out number 2. Cook's getting a lot of balls in the air, but his outfield is doing some good work. Here's Blake French. Quickly, the rally that Mary Baldwin may have been mounting may be getting stagnant here with the runner still on first and 2 away now as French steps in. He popped out to Burchett on a bunt attempt and lined out to Granada his last time. First pitch from Cook is sent through the left side gap. A 2-out single. Granada will pick it up. No advance from Smith. He'll stay at second. And it'll be first and second with 2 down for Michael Robertson. Robertson is flied out to center his last 2 times up. Runners on first and second, 2 away. First pitch here to Robertson is a breaking ball that drops in for a strike. For the Tornadoes, used 4 pitchers in the second game yesterday, only 1 in game 1, as that one hit hard over to second. Morton has it, tosses to Burchett for out number 3. We will head to the bottom of the 6th. Tornadoes leading at 6-3. Cam Cook completes his 3rd inning of relief, has not allowed a run. A good outing from Cam in this one. Be back in just a moment. Bottom of the 6th. Nados leading by 3. Home half of the 6th, Lucas Granada will start us off. He has hit 2 balls really hard, but both of them right at Noah Kessler, a line out and a fly out to right field in both his trips as Chenot back out there for his 2nd inning, and Granada shows bunt, pulls back, and takes ball 1 low and outside. .1-0 here to the Tornado left fielder, swings and misses. Granada going after an inside pitch there, not able to connect. Chenot kicks and deals. That one sent back foul, and Granada in a 1-2 hole. The 1-2 here to Lucas. Taking high, ball 2. Two offering from number 22, Chenot. It's low and outside, ball 3. And it seems like that's been that spot that he's been missing. That low and outside to righties, low and inside to lefties like Cale Ayler. Payoff pitch from Chenot. Here it is. It is sent over to the left side, picked up on a bounce by the shortstop, Cood. Throw on to first is it just in time to get Granada. He doesn't think so, but he will be retired to start off the bottom of the 6th. So here's Parker Cruz. Cruz has been up twice and has seen 2 pitches. Swinging on the first pitch both times up, flew out to deep center field his first time and then grounded out to first base his last time, and we'll see if he takes the same approach or is a little more patient. First pitch to Cruz, he takes for strike 1, not swinging at the first pitch there, and as a result in an 0-1 hole. Chennault the pitch. It is popped right side, but no play available for Mary Baldwin. Cruz and then Brett Burchett, who's 2 for 2 with a solo shot to left his last time up. 0-2 here to Cruz. Sent up the middle, base hit. Parker Cruz with a 1-out single. And the Tornadoes will have a runner aboard for Brett Burchett in his 3rd trip. And we'll see if Brett continues to swing a hot stick. A single and a home run on his line this afternoon. Chennault takes a peek back over at Cruz at first. Not really a steal threat. And the first pitch to Brett swung on and missed for strike 1. Might be trying to get another one with that kind of swing. So balls and a strike to the Tornado backstop. This one popped back foul, and Burchett now in an 0-2 hole himself, similar to Cruz just a moment ago. No balls and 2 strikes, 1 away and a 1 on. Parker Cruz at first, and now the pitch. Lifted in the air, left field, just getting underneath it there. And now Colby Cheatham will grab that one for out number 2. Parker Cruz staying put at first. And that was, if Brett doesn't get under that one, it could have been his 2nd home run of the afternoon. Instead, it is caught by Cheatham in left, and with 2 away, it'll be Zach Allison, the last hope to continue the bottom of the 6th. Pitch from Chennault on the outside corner for strike 1 to the Tornado right fielder. One of the seniors who was honored yesterday for Senior Day. Parker Cruz still standing over there at first. This one taken high for ball 1. Chennault comes set. Now the pitch is whacked foul over towards the Mary Baldwin dugout. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 away. Cruz on first. NATO's leading at 6-3 here in the home half of the 6th. Chennault comes set. Cruz is running. The pitch is lined over to short, and Coot has it for out number 3. We head to the top of the 7th. NATO's still leading at 6-3. And it'll be Cam Cook back out there for his 4th inning in relief. Back here in just a moment from Gil Cone Field. Top of the 7th here at Gilcone Field. Cam Cook back out for his 4th inning of work. And he throws ball 1 as he is greeted by Noah Kessler, the 2-hole hitter for Mary Baldwin. The 1-0 offering is ripped deep center field. Clark going back, and he's got room just in front of the track for out number 1. Logan Clark, a busy afternoon for him, and that will be out number 1 here. That's how the 7th inning will get going. Josh Lallo now coming to the dish. He's singled in both of his last 2 trips. Cam Cook trying to put an end to that. First one is a breaking ball that misses high and inside, and Lallo going with the Brooks Conrad look, the no batting gloves. The 1-0 in the outside corner for strike 1. Cook comes set quickly. Now the 1-1 offering is sent over on a bounce. Burchett has it at short. Throw across is in time to get Lallo for out number 2. The thing with Cook, at least today, maybe not going to be a big strikeout threat, but he's going to let his fielders work, and they have rewarded him for the most part, as he is almost through his 4th inning. It'll be Tyler Morley, grounded into a double play as last time. First one to him misses low and out. One-0 here from Cook. High ball 2. Two away. Nobody on here for the Fighting Squirrels. That one misses. 3-0. Mary Baldwin got 3 runs in the first 3 innings, but since then they've been blanked. Ever since Cameron Cook came into the ball game. 3-0. Misses outside, ball 4. A 4-pitch, 2-out walk for Tyler Morley. And so now here's Jacob Cood. He's popped out and flied out, a sacrifice fly as well, on the line for the Fighting Squirrel shortstop, who's made a couple of nice defensive plays as well. Cood, a little bit of a bigger guy for a shortstop. Cook, the right-hander, comes set. Now the pitch is popped up. Right side of the infield. Cale Ayler says, "That's all mine." He's got it, and it's time to stretch here at Gilcone Field. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Cameron Cook, 4 scoreless innings of relief. Big for the Tornadoes today, and they lead at 6-3. We head to the home half of the 7th, and it'll be Blake Burchett to lead things off, as he so often does. Back here in just a moment from Gilcone Field. Back here at Gilcone Field, now that the 7th inning stretch is over, it's time to see Blake Burchett step into the box. Chenault back out there for his 3rd inning out of the pen, and Blake Burchett pulling back a bunt attempt there and taking ball 1. 1-0 offering here to Blake. Shows bunt again, pulls back once again, and takes a ball once again. 2 balls and no strikes here to the Tornado shortstop. So used to, when referring to Blake, using the term Tornado second baseman, but not these past 4 games. And he's done a nice job as well as he watches that one paint the black for strike 1. Hitter's count here for number 6. He's made some nice plays at short, like I said. Interesting switch with Morton and Burchett, a necessary one from what we were told. That one missing high 3-1. A necessary change, as we were told. Morton dealing with maybe some elbow pain, some elbow or arm soreness. And that's, as a result, they moved him to second, moved Blake over to short. And Blake gives this one a charge, deep left field, but not quite enough to send it out. It'll be Cheatham grabbing that one. That might be the farthest hit ball I've seen Blake hit this season, though. Not really a power threat. Gave that one a ride, but just missing there in front of the fence, so that'll be out number 1, and Luke Morton will step into the box. 1 for 2, an RBI single and a ground out. A walk his last time up. That one missing outside. Oh, no. Strike 1. Chenault given that call. 0-1 to Morton. That one sent in the air, right field, coming on, and watching it drop for a base hit is Noah Kessler, and Luke Morton's got his second knock of the day. For Morton, now has 45 hits, and he takes the team lead. Coming into the day, Lucas Granada led the team with 44 hits, but after 2 knocks from Luke Morton, he now holds the team lead with 45. 45 base knocks in 112 at-bats as Logan Clark takes strike 1 there. Logan 1 for 2 as well. A strikeout, an RBI single, and a walk last time. Oh, 1 here to Clark is off his hands. Jam shot. That one is going to be dropped. Dropped by the second baseman, who throws it wildly over to Cood, but Morton was not running, so they will easily get him. That one's dropped by Blake French. Morton thought he was going to grab it, so he's standing over by first on the pop-up. And so even with the drop, heads-up play by Blake French to throw it over to Cood. Even though the throw was offline, throw that one over to Cood and get him. 2 away now, a fielder's choice for Clark. He's going, and Ayler sends a missile down the right side foul. Chenault has played with fire a few times, but has not been scored off of yet. Trying to finish off his 3rd inning of scoreless relief after Hensley gave up 6 in 4 innings. 0-1 to Cale Ayler here in the pitch. Taken outside, ball 1. Even count, a ball and a strike. 2 away and a runner on first. Logan Clark taking the place of Luke Morton a moment ago. 1-1 offering here to Cale. Misses low and out. 2 balls and a strike. Frankie Vasquez on deck if it gets to him. Lucas Granada in the hole. We'll see if we have to wait till the 8th to catch those guys. Throw back over to first. Almost gets by Tyler Morley, but he's able to corral that one. And Logan Clark will stay put at first. 2 balls and a strike here to the Tornado first baseman, Cale Ayler. Powerful lefty. So 1 for 2. Pop out, an RBI triple, and a sacrifice bunt. The 2-1 here is swung on, lifted in the air, center field, coming on Robertson. He will make the catch. Hat flies off. Robertson flies in to make that grab, and that will be all she wrote for inning number 7. We're off to the 8th. Tornadoes leading it 6-3. Back here in the 8th, Cameron Cook back out there. And kind of more on what I was about to say in just a moment as he misses with ball 1. Kind of like Connor Crosby, obviously this wasn't the plan, came in as a starter, kind of like he was used as an opener now as we see Cook in his 5th inning, Tampa Bay Rays style opener, as Tyler Smith sends that one back foul. Smith the DH. He's 1 for 2, a fly out and an infield single. And the 1-1 to him here. Breaking ball misses high. And Cook has given the Tornadoes some quality innings today. Has given up a couple of hard-hit balls, but they found gloves. 2-1. Sent back foul, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It'll be Smith, followed up by Ernesty, the third baseman, and then Cheatham. And the 2-2 from Cook is sent deep left field. Granada chasing after it. That one is off the wall. Granada picks it up. Throw into second. Will throw to the cutoff man. Blake Burchett will stop Smith from trying to get 2. That one seemingly would be guaranteed extra bases, but Granada able to grab that one quickly off one hop off the wall. And we will have a pinch runner now, number 28, Juan Vascones, a junior outfielder.
Now running at first base for Mary Baldwin, number 28, Juan Vascones.
Cook now allows the leadoff runner on, and it'll be Will Ernesty.
Third baseman, number 16, Will Ernesty.
A deep single there for Tyler Smith to lead things off. See a lefty, it looks like Noah Webb maybe warming up in the Tornado pen. Pitch from Cook. Outside, ball 1. I believe that is Noah Webb, number 23, warming up in the Tornado bullpen, the lefty. Started things off with the lefty with Crosby. Since then, it's been a steady dose of Cameron Cook, the right-hander. Has that one hit over to Burchett. He grabs it. Throw on to second for 1. Morton turns it around to first. It is in time. Blake Burchett, the natural at shortstop, flipping that one over to Morton. Morton able to gun him down, getting that throw across to Ayler, and a huge twin killing there for the Tornadoes. So the 8th inning is going to come down to Colby Cheatham. A short-lived pinch running appearance for Juan Vascones as well. Forced out at second on that double play off the bat of Ernesty. Cheatham 1 for 3 with an infield single, and he takes ball 1. Looked like a good pitch from Cook, but missed. Must have missed there. The 1-0. Misses high there for sure, 2-0. 2 away, nobody on here in the top of the 8th, the game that the Tornadoes lead 6-3. Not a whole lot of offense, but a couple of spurts from each team. That one swung on and missed. Actually, a lot of hits from both teams, and not a lot of execution with runners on, I'd say. 10 hits for the Nados, 9 for Mary Baldwin. 2-1 here from Cook is a check swing, and he will be ruled that he did go around. It's strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away here in the top of the 8th. Cameron Cook trying to complete his 5th inning here at Gilcone Field. Tornadoes trying for the sweep. The 2-2 from Cameron Cook. Here it is, misses outside, full count. It'll be Vasquez, Granada, and Cruz due up in the bottom of the 8th. And a payoff pitch here from Cameron Cook. Breaking ball, can't find the zone, and a 2-out walk there for Cheatham. It'll bring up the 9-hole hitter Blake French, the second baseman, who is 1 for 3, singled his last time up.
And batting, second baseman, number 23, Blake French.
French trying to get some 2-out magic going here, and we'll see who comes out in the 9th. If they send Cook out again, if they send out Webb or someone else. Bryce Bowers currently injured and unavailable. First pitch from Cook is going to miss there, ball 1. The 1-0 from Cook. Sent in the air. Center field. Logan Clark coming on. And Allison will make the catch just in front of him. Clark being a little bit stingy trying to take that one from Allison. But Zach's got it. And that'll be out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 8th. See if the NATOs can get some insurance and then try and close this thing out in the top of the 9th and finish off the sweep. The Brooms are awaiting 6-3 Tornado lead as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Home half of the 8th, and hopefully the last time that we will see the Tornado Bats this weekend as they lead at 6-3. Frankie Vasquez will start it off. Try and add on some insurance. Macy Noah Webb in the top of the 9th. We have seen the lefty warming in the pen. And here's Frankie to start things off. 1 for 3, an RBI double as well as a strikeout and a flyout that ended up being a double play with the runner being thrown out at home. New pitcher for Mary Baldwin is Matthew Plotner, who dropped strike 1 in there to Frankie Vasquez, by the way, as the 0-1 is ripped down the line on the ground. It will be fielded by Cheatham, and Frankie will settle for a single there. That one may be a little too hot off the bat. And a leadoff single for Frankie. It'll bring up Lucas Granada. Granada 0 for 3. Has lined out, flied out, and grounded out. And Plotner quickly giving up a base hit. That one missing high to Granada, ball 1. 20 combined hits in this game. Only 9 runs, though. A couple of errors from the Tornadoes as well, but 10 hits for both squads. NATO's leading at 6-3. Runner on first, nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch to Granada. Hits the outside corner for strike 1. Granada not a fan of that one. Saw him kind of drag his head. Not happy about that strike. Ball and a strike. Nobody out. Runner on first. Pitch from Plotner. Breaking ball drops in there for strike 2. And Granada's got to protect. Came into today with the team lead in base hits. That has been taken from him by teammate Luke Morton. Trying to get a knock here to draw that thing a little bit closer and try and fight for that title, though. The 1-2 is ripped deep but foul down the left side. Granada off the hands is able to pull that one a long way, but not in play. Ball and two strikes to Granada and the pitch. Taking ball 2. And it looked like Granada might have half expected the umpire to ring him up with that one. But not to be, and the count evened up at 2 apiece. Vasquez on first, and the 2-2 is sent foul, and good battle here from Lucas Granada against the new pitcher Matthew Plotner. A lot of zeros on the board for both teams today. Tornadoes runs came within 2 innings, as well as Mary Baldwin. A 5-run inning and a 1-run inning for the Tornadoes. For Mary Baldwin, a 1-run inning and a 2-run inning. Plotner takes a look, now the pitch. Low and outside, ball 3. And the count ran full here for Plotner. A good battle from Lucas Granada. Said he's tired of being put out today with an 0-for-3 performance. Payoff pitch. Low and outside, ball 4, and Granada reaches for the first time this afternoon. It's the first 2 batters aboard via a single and a walk. It'll bring up Parker Cruz. Cruz 1 for 3. A single his last time up. And we'll see if we see a change here. Looks like possibly just a meeting from head coach Scott Hearn. And, you know, Mary Baldwin, we were talking about this at the break. Mary Baldwin, their record does not reflect the team they are. I feel like they winless in conference, but it is a tough conference, and maybe some bad breaks here and there. I haven't really watched the Fighting Squirrels like that, to be honest. This is my first time watching them this season, but just the product that we have seen them put out on the field, they are in danger of being swept, but the Tornadoes are a good team. They have competed for the most part, and does not look like a team that would be 0-15 in a conference, but that's just the way things are for Mary Baldwin. Tough season for them, and in danger of being swept here at Gilcone Field. Exactly what the Tornadoes are looking for. Runners on first and second here for Parker Cruz. We'll see what Plotner has for him. The right-hander steps onto the bump now, and with 2 on and no out, is going to get down to business. Cruz has swung at the first pitch a couple of times. We'll see if he does so here. He shows bunt, lays down the bunt, coming up with no one covering third. The throw on to first is the only choice, and the first baseman, Morley, cannot hang on to it. It'll be an error on the catcher, and E2 there. And now the first 3 the first 3 batters are aboard. And Jock Pledger, look at the boy coming out to pinch run at first base for Cruz, the All-American. Only way that Jock can show off the wheels is if we get a base hit, however, though. Nowhere for him to go with the bases loaded. And here's Brett Burchett. Nado's leading it by 3, a golden opportunity for some more insurance before heading into the 9th. Brett 2 for 3, single, and then, of course, the home run in the 4th inning. And if he can get another one of those, this thing will be pretty much gift-wrapped. Time called now, and we will see a pitching change. That's going to be it for Plotner. Kind of stinks for him because that last batter, he got the bunt. They should have had the out, but instead the error by the catcher forced the bases full, and that will be the end of the line for Plotner. Does not record an out, only faces 3 batters, and the new pitcher will be number 36, Matthew Charles. Charles coming in and trying to clean up a mess left behind by Plotner. We'll let him take his warm-up pitches. We'll step aside, and we'll be back in just a moment. When we get back, it'll be Matthew Charles facing Brett Burchett with nobody out and the bases loaded. Nado's leading at 6-3 here in the bottom of the 8th at Gilcone Field. All right, here we go, folks. Bases loaded back here in the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher is Matthew Charles, the 4th pitcher that Mary Baldwin has employed today. Hensley went 4 innings, followed up with 3 innings from Lucas Chenot as the first pitch from Charles misses outside. And then Matthew Plotner started this inning off, faced 3 batters. All 3 got aboard. And now with a 3-run lead, the Tornadoes could extend it here with nobody out for Brett Burchett, who's ahead 1-0. The pitch swung on and missed. Ball and a strike. Good pitch there from Matthew Charles. Burchett homered back in the 4th. It was a solo blast. 1-1. On the inside corner, strike 2. And Charles is bringing it. His stuff is popping out of the hand. And we'll see if Brett can get around on one and catch up to drive in a run or 2. Charles comes set, now the 1-2. Lifted in the air, left side, retreating the third baseman Ernesty, and he will not make the grab. It falls right between him and Cheatham, and Ernesty went deep into the foul ground in left field for that one, and falls between both of them. So Brett will stay alive, still sitting at 1-2. Vasquez at third, Granada at second, and Jock Pledger, the pinch runner for Parker Cruz, at first. Infield playing in here with nobody out and the bases full. Now the pitch. High ball 2. One thing Brett does really well is draw walks. Only 39 at-bats, 13 walks on the season for Brett. 2-2. Outside, 3-2. And now full count for the Tornado catcher. Charles comes set. The payoff pitch. Sent back foul, will do it again. Good battle here from Brett Burchett. Eighth pitch of the AB here for Burchett. High and outside, ball 4, and Charles will come in and walk home a run. The run will not be charged to him. It'll be charged to Plotner. But the Tornadoes extend the lead to 4, and the bases are still loaded with nobody out for Zach Allison. Allison 0 for 3. Big spot for a base hit here. You never want to say this in baseball, but an extra base hit could finish this one off as that one misses outside, ball 1. Tornadoes of the 4-run cushion. Only 1 base hit in the inning, but 4 guys have come up and 4 guys have gotten on. The 1-0 to Allison. He swings and misses at a pitch that does a good job diving down at the last second. Ball and a strike. Allison, the right fielder. Swing and a miss there. Strike 2. Swinging out of his shoes is Zach Allison. Kicks a little bit of dirt around and takes a step out to get ready. Charles trying to get the first out here in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-2. Lifted in the air. Center field. Coming on Robertson. Chasing after it. He will not make the catch. Granada will score. Pledger will stop at third. And another run will come across for the Tornadoes. It'll be an RBI single there for Zach Allison. Just careening off the glove of Robertson. A tough play. He was coming in hard to try and get that one. And the second run now will be charged to Plotner. Without recording an out, that ERA is going to skyrocket for Plotner. Bases still loaded with nobody out. Jock Pledger on third, Brett Burchett on second. Now Zach Allison at first for Blake Burchett. Lineup card flips over, and the first pitch from Charles misses for a ball. Tornadoes had gone 3 straight scoreless innings since the fourth inning Brett Burchett blast, but now have played in a pair and a chance to do some more damage, leading by 5 in the bottom of the 8th. Burchett 1 for 4. This one misses ball 2. A single back in the 3rd for Blake Burchett. Tornadoes shortstop. Infield still playing in with nobody out. Blake takes strike 1. The 2-1 here to Blake Burchett is swung on and missed. He chased after a high one and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still chasing that first out is Mary Baldwin. Here's the pitch. High, ball 3. Charles seems to get ahead of these batters, but then can't finish the AB. Now in another full count here to the Tornado shortstop and the nation's leader in stolen bases. The payoff pitch is sent foul. And now another payoff pitch coming here in just a moment from Matthew Charles, still looking for his first out. The pitch. High for ball 4. Another walk. That's the 3rd walk of the inning for the Tornadoes. Jock Pledger comes across, and it's 9-3 Tornadoes. Matthew Charles struggling to throw strikes. A walk, an RBI single, and another walk since Charles came in, and that's going to be the end of the line for him. And at this point, Mary Baldwin's reaching deep into their pockets to try and find some pitching in this 8th inning. And this will be number 20, Dalton Hall. Dalton Hall coming in to pitch, the righty. Bases loaded, still nobody out. Same scenario we had at the last pitching change. And the NATO's leading at 9-3. We'll step aside. Back here in just a moment from Gil Cone Field. Back here once again in the bottom of the 8th. Tornadoes have put across 3 runs already in the frame, and still nobody out with the bases loaded for Luke Morton. Dalton Hall, the 3rd pitcher of the inning. Another right-hander, and his first one misses low and outside. If I could see the balls and strikes count for this inning, I'm sure I'd probably raise an eyebrow. Not finding the strike zone at all right now, or any of the Mary Baldwin pitchers, as the 1-0 is ripped in the air. Center field retreating on it is Robertson. He'll come underneath it. Burchett trying to score. The throw will come into 3rd. Allison will get in there, And it's 10-3 Tornadoes here, and they're pulling away. They do finally retire a Tornado. Morton sacrifice fly there.
Now batting for Tornado center fielder number 15, Logan.
And so 2 men in scoring position now for Logan Clark. Logan 1 for 3, an RBI single as well as a strikeout and a fielder's choice. He walked in the 5th. And the pitch. Low and outside, ball 1. One and 0 here to Clark, the Tornado everyday center fielder. This one low and outside, ball 2. (2-0) coming here to Clark. Low and outside, ball 3. A long bottom of the 8th already, and we still only have 1 away. Blake Burchett on second, Zach Allison on third, and the 3-0. Misses outside, a 4-pitch walk to Clark, his second walk of the afternoon, and the 9th Tornado of the inning coming up now, Cale Ayler. Bases loaded with 1 away.
26, Cale Ayler.
First pitch coming here to Cale Ayler from Dalton Hall. In the dirt, ball 1. Ball and no strikes. Pitch to Cale is whacked. Fair ball down the first base line. Allison scores. Burchett coming around third. He will score. Clark around third. He will score. Ayler has another RBI triple. It's going to clear the bases. 13-3 Tornadoes. They have opened it up here.
Tornado triple for number 26, Cale Ayler.
A 3-run RBI triple, and now the umpire might have been talking about Blake Burchett almost collided with a Mary Baldwin fielder. And it'll be Frankie Vasquez. Nothing will come of that discussion from the umpire. Second RBI triple of the afternoon for Cale Ayler. And for Cale, he now has 20 extra base hits on the season. Frankie Vasquez is another guy with a lot of extra base hits, and he takes the first pitch outside. Ayler just sneaking that one past the foul line, or inside the foul line, rather. Clears the bases with an RBI triple. Ball 2 there to Frankie Vasquez. Natos trailed this game 3-0. Since then, 13 unanswered, including 7 already here in the bottom of the 8th. The 2-0 to Frankie is low and outside, ball 3. Frankie, this is his second time batting in the 8th inning. Singled to start this inning off. Tornadoes have batted around now. The 3-0. All in the outside corner for strike 1. 3 balls and a strike. 1 down. Runner on third, Cale Ayler 90 feet away. And the pitch to Frankie. Low and outside, ball 4. And it'll be another walk. 5th walk of the inning for the Tornadoes. And looks like we may have a substitution here. It'll be Jock Pledger. No, Taylor Mattern coming out to bat for Lucas Granada.
Now batting for Tornadoes, number 10, Taylor Mattern.
Mattern getting his first appearance of this game here in the bottom of the 8th. 13-3 Tornadoes. That one, a strike on the outside corner. So it looks like Jock Pledger will be on deck in place of Parker Cruz, who he came in to pinch run for. 0-1. Breaking ball misses, ball one. A long bottom of the 8th inning. 11th tornado to bat here in the bottom of the 8th. And Mary Baldwin faltering at the finish line here. 1-1. Low and outside, ball two. That's one thing when an inning's going long because guys are getting a bunch of hits. And the Tornadoes do have some hits this inning, but it's a completely different thing when you've got pitchers that can't hit the strike zone. Innings become very long very quickly. The 2-1 here from Dalton Hall is swung on and missed by Mattern. That one does find the strike zone. In fact, it was right down the middle. Mattern might not have been ready for that one with the amount of balls we have seen this inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Runners on the corners for the Tornadoes here in the bottom of the 8th, leading by 10. The pitch in the dirt, ball 3. Hall comes set. A payoff pitch here to Mattern, the pinch hitter, and he sent it over to third, to second for 1. That is all they will get. Vasquez retired at second. The second baseman, Blake French, falling there. Cale Ayler will come across, and it is 14-3. A fielder's choice there for Mattern. And so now Pledger will step to the dish with 2 away. And a runner on first, Taylor Mattern. Pledger, we have seen him in the field, and we have seen him pinch run. We have not seen him at the dish a whole lot, as that one misses for ball 1. Hall trying to finally put an end to this 8th inning. That one misses outside, 2-0. As a matter of fact, Jock, only with 9 at-bats on the season, does have a base hit, has scored 4 runs. A walk on his ledger as well, 2-0. Low 3-0, and might draw walk number 2 of the season here. Prominently a football star for those of you not familiar with Jock's game. Defensive back for the Brevard College Tornadoes. And the 3-0. Down the middle, taking all the way. Strike 1 there to Pledger. Three balls and a strike. 1 away. That one lifted in the air, deep left field, but it will stay in. Coming on to make the catch is Cheatham, and we almost saw some fireworks from Jock Pledger there if he just got a little bit more of it. The Nados plate 8 in the bottom of the 8th, and we head to the 9th. The Nados leading it by 11, trying to complete a sweep here. 3 outs away from finishing off a sweep of Mary Baldwin. Back here in just a moment. Back here for the 9th, Cameron Cook going to finish this thing off after the big 8-run 8th for the Tornadoes. This will be his 6th inning of relief, and he starts it off with Michael Robertson. 1-0, misses high and tight 2-0. A 2-0 here from the right-hander to the Mary Baldwin center fielder is in there for strike 1. NATO's 3 outs away from victory number 20 on the season and conference victory number 10. 2-1 is swung and sent back foul. Robertson 1 for 4, had a single to start off the ball game. Since then, nothing doing. And Cook will step off and take time. Cook, the 2-2 offering here. Swung on and missed. Robertson sent down for out number 1. And that is, in the 6th inning of work, the first strikeout of the afternoon for Cam Cook. It'll bring up Noah Kessler, the right fielder. Kessler 1 for 4 as well. He had a single that came back in the 3rd. Cook's first pitch misses inside. The 1-0 here from Cook is lifted. It'll stay in the infield. Coming on Burchett, and he's got it for out number 2. So Josh Lallo will be the final hope for Mary Baldwin in a game that they trail by 11 now. A game they came in to the 8th inning only trailing by 3. But after that, an 8-run bottom of the 8th of the Tornadoes has helped them pull away. 2 outs here. First pitch to Lallo, drops in there for a strike. NATO's an out away from a big weekend sweep here on senior weekend. And the 0-1 is sent in the air to right field. It'll drop for a base hit. Lallo will round first and stay there. So a 2-out single, the 3rd of the afternoon for Josh Lallo, will keep this ball game alive at least for another batter. And that batter will be Tyler Morley.
Now batting, first baseman number 19, Tyler Morley.
Morley is 1 for 3. He is walked and singled. And looks like we're going to have a pinch runner here. It'll be number 4, Brady Ward, a junior outfielder from Stewart's Draft, Virginia.
First base for Mary Baldwin. Number 4, Brady Ward.
So Cook gives up the 2-out single there. Ward now in to run at first. No need to worry about him up 11. First pitch by Cook, lifted in the air. Center field, Clark on his horse, going back. He's got it. Out number 3, and that will be all she wrote. The Tornadoes explode for 8 runs in their final trip to the plate, and they pull away with this one 14-3, finishing off a huge weekend sweep of the Mary Baldwin Fighting Squirrels. Mary Baldwin still winless in conference, and I don't say it was huge because it was some daunting opponent. I say it was huge when you take a look at what's happening around the USA South, and especially after being swept yourselves earlier in the week. Really big to get that pickup and get that sweep. The Tornadoes' next action will be this coming weekend at William Peace. They'll take on William Peace in a 3-game set, a doubleheader on Saturday in Cary, North Carolina, and then the cap-off of the series Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock at William Peace. After that, it'll be Bob Jones in a road contest in Greenville, South Carolina. As a matter of fact, me and Eli Carr will be on the road on the call for that game, a radio stream in that one. And then after that, to finish off the regular season, the Tornadoes with a 3-game set at home against the Greensboro College Pride. Tornadoes getting the victory here, 14-3 in this one. Victory number 20 on the season. Conference victory number 10, now into double digits. And the Tornadoes in this one taking care of business. Pitching-wise, Connor Crosby started things off, went 3 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. a walk and a strikeout, and he was pulled early on. And after that, only one other pitcher was used. Cameron Cook came in and gave 6 innings of shutout ball out of the bullpen, allowed 5 hits, walked 2, struck out 1, faced 23 batters, did not allow a run. The Tornadoes trailed at 3-0, and then after that outscored Mary Baldwin 14-0. Tornadoes getting the victory in this one. Brett Burchett with a solo shot here on senior weekend, and the NATOs finishing off a 3-game sweep of the Mary Baldwin Fighting Squirrels. This weekend, the Tornadoes head to William Peace for a huge USA South Series. Tornadoes sitting at 20-12, and we will see what they can do in Cary, North Carolina in a few days. Until then, I am Brady Penn. NATOs win it 14-3, and I'm signing off. Let's go, NATOs.